What's going on, everybody? It's me, Working Man, and I had to, react along with Asmongold on this. I mean, I am losing my fucking mind over these people. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's just it hurts. It actually hurts. Like the stupidity is hurting me. I mean, I don't get it. What is wrong with people? Like, are you not seeing what's going on in the world? I mean, it's mostly over in California right now, but I mean, this shit. Oh my god, it just so much. Here, let's watch.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You know
Let me put it
what's so
pulse.
funny? Everyone who felt comfy enough to out themselves that they voted for Trump back in January,
Yeah.
they're dead silent right now.
No, they aren't. I mean, I didn't get out and vote, but I would have voted for Trump.
No, they're not.
I should have gotten out and voted, but I just, I'm lazy.
What?
Dead silent.
Apprehending them and taking them away from their families and their jobs and the lives they've built here doesn't.
They did it illegally, you fucking bitch. And besides, we can't. People don't seem to understand that America doesn't have unlimited resources. I mean, from what I've heard, that well, they also raised the retirement age to 65. They'll probably end up raising it to fucking 70 before I even get to 70. So I may not ever even get to retire because our fucking government is giving so much money to other countries and these fucking illegals and people that don't want to work. I mean, I'm out here right now. I'm looking like really hard to find some security work, but I can't find nothing. I mean, I don't know like what is going on. I mean, the guy that I talked to, he's like the market's a little dry right now, but I mean, fuck, I might just have to take up a job like fucking working I don't know, fast food or grocery store or something just until a security job opens up.
Bother you, then you're a bad person.
Also, yeah, like why is it always women that do this shit? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, women have become just the worst. I mean, I, I don't. It blows my mind. I don't understand. I mean, why? It's always women. Women have become. I mean, there are a few good ones out there, but they're taken. And I like sometimes I'll go to the grocery store or just different places, and I'll see these women just like this. And even my brother, he's dating a woman that's like this. That she's a hardcore liberal and probably enjoys the fact that California is on fire, because of the illegal immigrants and all that. But oh my god, look, see, yeah, even someone wrote here like, white women, I can't read it, are cooked something, bitch.
Huh?
I know, I feel it too, dude.
Oh no!
I feel like I'm losing my damn mind.
Fuck. Guys.
It hurts.
Guys, I never thought about it that way. Oh no!
And I don't want to be your friend.
I don't want to be your
Care about
friend.
your opinion.
Oh. What?
And this girl over here, she thinks she's
I say
all
this in the
that.
most disrespectful way possible as a first-generation American whose parent is not from this country.
I think she's fucking lying. That woman looks too white to be fucking a first generation, American or whatever. I think she's just saying that to be like an ally or whatever. No, fuck you, bitch.
If you got here and you got
You look like you live out in California too. You got all the fake shit on. Your hair looks like shit.
papers and you agree with what's going on right now,
Yeah.
fuck you.
If you are a resident of Los Angeles,
Look at this, woman after woman after woman.
California, and you
I'm
have
starting to recognize a pattern.
Yeah, exactly,
a
right.
large platform on this
And I haven't even watched all this. This is as far as I've gotten. I started watching this, and I was like, okay, I got to start recording, and I got to make my voice heard on this. I mean, I know some of you people might think like, oh, I might be just clout chasing or whatever, but no, I want to make my voice heard. I want people to know that You are an idiot if you think this shit.
This app on the internet.
Yeah.
And you have decided, you have made the conscious choice to not speak out against the ICE raids that are taking place in this city right now.
Go ahead.
The attack that Los Angeles is feeling in this moment.
They're getting
if you're
attacked.
not sticking your head out for your own community, the city of Los Angeles in which you live, that you benefit so much from.
See, these women,
Yeah, hang on. I'll let him speak and then I'll say it.
all of them stand to lose their royalty status where they get driven around and food delivered by illegal aliens that work off of somebody else's Uber or Uber Eats account. And they have their entire lifestyle that's subsidized by the exploitation of labor of people in third world countries that have come over here seeking a better life, but have instead been taken advantage of by companies and corporations to the expense of everybody in the country. They don't want to lose their indentured servants. They don't want to lose their privileges.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to lose their pool boys, their housekeepers, all of the jobs that they think that they're too good to do. Well, maybe you're not.
Maybe you're not.
If you can't do that, you do not deserve your platform, and maybe you should fucking move.
Oh.
I mean, ooh, what the fuck is that? But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but, people should not be out there defending, people that are in this country illegally, I mean, I do feel bad that their country is so fucked up that they feel they have to come over here that badly. I mean, maybe America just needs to take over Mexico and, make Mexico the 51st state, and we'll go in there and clean it up for them. That way, we have more resources. Mexico will be a better place for, Mexicans to live. Well, actually, they'll be Americans, We'll just extend, fucking Texas down into Mexico, and it'll be, like, a bigger version of Texas, I guess, or something. Or hell, maybe it'll be just Mexico, the 51st state. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, something needs to be done. If Mexico won't fix their shit and, get rid of all the violence and everything to where, nobody wants to live there, well, then someone's got to do it. Someone's got to stand up and say, look, no more, all right? No more.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but being undocumented isn't a crime. You're just racist. See you in hell.
Ugh. Oh my god, that really hurt. Ugh, that hurts.
Oh, man.
The stupidity, it's like a fucking knife to my brain.
It's important to remember that though...
Why is she swaddled up like a baby? I mean, I hate that. Like, it's like that fucking Gen Z shit. Like, they feel like they need to be swaddled at all times.
What Trump is doing in LA is absolutely deranged and incredibly fucked up.
Let's hear this from the mentally ill pink burrito. Let's hear her opinion.
That's funny.
It is an act of desperation. The people behind all this, though it may seem very calculated, are not smart.
California does not...
Bitch, I was gonna say, she is so privileged. I mean, she has no room to talk about any of this shit. I mean, did you see her teeth and everything? Like, she had fucking, like, dental work and stuff done. Like, I mean, I got fucking cavities and shit, and I was working and trying to find more work. But, like, no, I'd never, or my family, they've always had to struggle for, like, what we have. Like, we've never been a rich family. I mean, I've had, like, rich cousins and stuff because, like, my dad's brother played professional baseball and stuff like that. But, we were always, like, the black sheeps of the family, and, no one helped us out.
Well, I mean, it sure worked.
Really belong to the United States. It belongs to Mexico.
Oh, I just realized there's a guy, but, I mean, honestly, I guess he was so feminine that, I just didn't even notice at first.
And we stole it from them in 1850.
Didn't it belong to Spain? before
Oh,
Mexico? It did. So why is it?
Also, that's history, dude. You know, I, that shit drives me crazy. Get with the program, all right? Look, I know, like, back in the day, certain people might have owned certain parts of land, but they lost it during a war, or maybe they sold it, like, the Louisiana Purchase or some bullshit like that. But, guess what? It's history. Get over it.
That, I mean, shouldn't Mexico be apologizing to Spain?
Probably.
I mean, because if anything, I feel like, yeah, and then the natives, right? I mean, shouldn't Spain apologize? Because why is it Mexico? Isn't it weird how it's like, because a lot of people have owned the land over the years, but it's just the second people that owned it. The people right before us, they're the ones that really owned it.
I know, it doesn't make
I don't know about that, man. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. No.
Fuck.
It's stupid.
People would not have to be protesting.
Yeah.
If what was going on in this country was even a little bit normal.
Instead what?
You're right. It's completely
thinking.
What?
Why are you in your underwear doing this? And also, I mean, what do you even mean? There's no such thing as normal. I mean, I don't know. It boggles my mind. I mean, just because some people are getting deported for being here illegally, that does not give you right to burn cop cars and loot stores. How does looting stores fucking help anybody? It doesn't. It only hurts people.
This girl, by the way, she got nails like Wolverine. And you're talking about being normal?
Her gold ass ring and shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lay here in bed, on a fucking weekday while my husband goes out and works for a living, and then I'm gonna record a TikTok video where I think I know everything
about what's going on. Think about what has been going on that causes something like this to go on.
Yeah. Illegal immigration causes it.
Another woman in bed with all her jewelry and stuff, probably, taking advantage of some man.
That's what we call that. That's what the cause. That's what causes it.
I
mean, all their husbands are probably just so fucking tired and miserable and stuff. I mean, some of these women are moderately attractive, but, I guess some guys are willing to put up with shit like this. I guess they're that desperate, but I'm sorry. I couldn't. No. I mean, I've been single for a while, but, if some woman like this, were to be like, oh, I think you're, really cute and I want to date you, blah, blah, blah. But then she starts spouting bullshit like this, I would be like, haha, no, we're done.
Do absolutely anything for my daughter, and that includes going to a different country to give her a better life.
These terms are acceptable. Thank God. Thank fucking God. I was hoping this.
And being undocumented is not a criminal offense.
Yes, it is.
It's a civil one. And if you've ever jaywalked, congratulations, because you've also committed a civil.
How are you comparing, fucking jaywalking to, being an illegal immigrant?
Civil offense. And you're so.
None of these people think that it would be okay to do half of the civil offenses that are against the law. Just because something is a civil offense doesn't mean that it's bad. Or it doesn't mean that it's good. What does that even mean?
I know. It's like comparing apples and oranges.
I don't even understand. Like, it's insane.
It is insane, and it's driving me insane.
Like, where does this even come from, by the way? Is entering the U.S. without documentation a
civil
criminal offense? It's generally considered a criminal Entering is, but being here isn't?
Yeah, I know. It hurts. So stupid.
I
mean, we're gonna die of strokes.
Just give me a minute.
I know.
Give me a minute. I've got to process that.
I know.
That's gonna take me a minute.
Your fucking head feels like it's gonna blow off, doesn't it?
So you're saying that? Okay.
He's like, I can't take it. It's too much.
Wow. So you're saying that if you're not actively doing a crime, then it's okay.
It's not okay.
Like if I don't even understand this. So if you, Mike, if you ran a red light, and a cop sees you on like a camera running a red light, but you're not actively running the red light when they pull you over, they can't give you a ticket.
Wait, what?
I mean, I don't think this makes any fucking sense, guys.
I don't think
I really don't. You have to lay down. This is crazy.
Worried about criminals being in this country, yet you voted for one to run it.
This is one of those
Oh my god.
moments where silence feels really fucking loud, because what do you mean you're not?
Bitch, you look insane. I mean, what's with all these women and these, they're like, they look like they're like, I don't know, from really like rich and fucking entitled families, or maybe their husbands just buy them a lot of shit or something, but they always got like fucking rings on, their nails done, you know. They don't look like regular ass women. They look like they're, you know, from fucking California or some shit.
Absolutely horrified by what's happening right now.
Uh-huh.
If you are not absolutely
Also, your hair looks like shit, woman. You need to do something about that.
horrified by what's going
Oh yeah, she's got that ugly ass fucking ear piercing shit. I mean, I'm surprised she doesn't have the nose ring in. I guess maybe they're phasing that shit out, but yeah, it seemed like for the longest time all the liberal women had that fucking nose piercing.
on right now, your delusion.
I've seen videos of children being separated from their families and families being...
Look at this house. I mean, it's so expensive. I know, I mean, it looks like it costs a ton of money. I don't have any, or I've never lived in a house like that.
pulled apart and people crying doesn't elicit any amount of empathy from you.
It doesn't. Nope. That's what happens to anybody whenever their parents commit a crime or do something wrong. That's just how it is. Like, if you're a parent and, like, you rob a bank, they're going to arrest you. And even if your kids are crying, they're going to still put you in jail.
Yeah.
Why would I have any empathy for that?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, what is this?
I'm so sorry, but you might be the problem. Empathy and
You're
kindness
the
are some of the
problem.
most powerful things that we have. Everyone you see on here is a person with...
Well, she's right about that, but she doesn't realize that it's been weaponized against her best interests.
the story, just like you.
I could never and will never be friends with a Trump supporter. And I hate when
Well, I don't want to be friends with you.
It's like
It's very sad.
Crazy thing to say. Personally,
Yeah.
I like to share similar morals and values with the people I surround myself with. And at this
I actually, I don't know if it's still on my channel or not because I got fucking copy strike or had 2 copy strikes from the time I went to a Trump rally, and I uploaded the video, and I'm not sure if they're still up or not, but you will never meet nicer people than at a Trump rally. I mean, these people are fucking insane. If you go to a Trump rally, like, the people are so cool. Like, literally, they're just so nice. They're the greatest people on earth. I swear to God. When I went there, I felt so welcomed. Everyone was so nice. I mean, it was just like, it was almost like heaven on earth. It was really that good.
point, it's moved. It's always been like this, honestly. It's not even political. It's a human rights issue.
Influencer and content creators, if you can't even...
Yeah, no one like this acts like, or no one at a Trump rally acts like this at all. They're very, like I said, they're very cool. They don't slap their hands, do little claps at you or whatever. Fuck you, bitch. You're so ugly.
Reshare something. We see you. Speak the fuck up. You should not deserve a platform if you can't even reshare.
Isn't it so good, bro? Like, I am so glad to see this stuff. This is great. and someone actually doing something productive, not just talking Karens lounging into bed. I know, it's bad. And so she likes being in an echo chamber. Yeah, these people don't want to talk to anybody that disagrees with them. That's it.
See you.
I say this with the most disrespect possible, but if you reap the benefits of Los Angeles.
So how many women have fucking, you know, like, oh, that's fine. Clown, clap, clown. But, yeah, like, how many women have fucking come on here? Like, I mean, it's been, like, I don't know, 9 or 10 women and one dude, and I don't know, somewhere around there.
Angeles, and you're not willing to protect and respect individuals who are the beating heart of Los Angeles, then leave this city. Because there are plenty of other states and plenty of other cities that will take you and your...
I mean, I hate to say it, you know, because I know there probably are some good people in California, not many, but I don't know. I just hope like they end up, you know, sabotaging themselves by burning down all their stores, and then they don't have any place to buy food, and then they just fucking starve out there. I mean, fuck that. Fuck all you people out there that, you know, you think you're making a difference by robbing and looting and burning. You're not. You're just the scum of America. And honestly, you know, even if you are legal and you're out there fucking doing that shit, they should just throw you on the bus with the illegals and let them fucking cut your head off across the border.
Inhumane worldview, but it's not.
Yeah, I can't even hear it. But like, this is the these are the people. I'm not really surprised by this. All Karens. I know it is. It is every single time. And it's all that you're a bad person or something like that. It's just embarrassing, bro. Yep. Illegals are the heart of the city. Well, again, I think that I think that these people have a tremendous amount of privilege, and they live. You know, again, these are all like, you know, at least many of them are like, I would say, like attractive, you know, women that live in a first world country. They live at the apex of privilege. And so they don't even understand the problems and the issues that average people have because they don't affect them. And so, yeah, they're narcissists. They are. I mean, like, you got people putting on like plastic surgery, shit like this.
So for anyone who's wondering,
bro, why is he wearing like a fucking white hood like a Klan member?
They aren't letting protesters in anymore. They've shut that.
Well, good, because y'all aren't fucking protesters. Y'all are fucking rioters. You're wearing a mask. You're covering your face so you can do illegal shit.
That shit down.
There are two groups of people in this country that cause all of our problems.
They got fucking nasty ass neck tattoos.
Will not give an answer why. Someone got a video of me asking, find a...
Are you a boy or a girl? Because you sound a little bit like a boy.
Somewhere. Will not say why. Did not say it's violent. Did not say it's illegal. Just shut it down. They are stopping us from protesting. They said it was their commander who shut it down. I said, oh, your commander's here? He said no.
So I have a policy. If a person has face tattoos,
they're fucking insane.
They're not a good decision maker.
Exactly.
That's the policy. Now, you got a few of them.
I also feel the same about nose rings. If you have a nose ring here, or anywhere on your nose, really, you're insane. I mean, you obviously want to look like shit, so, you know, that must mean you are shit.
Them boys that get it right. Like Post Malone. I like Post Malone.
I don't know who that is.
But besides him, like maybe like one other guy, that's it. Good policy? Yeah. Like, look at the Island Boys. How are they doing? How the Island Boys doing? Yeah, Mike Tyson. There's another one. All right, that's fine. She got that Medusa neck?
I know, right?
She does.
I was looking at that. I was like, why does she have Medusa?
Oh my God.
I guess because, you know, she killed a bunch of men or something.
No, I said, who shut it down? He said, we did. And I said, where's your fucking commander? He said, call LAPD. I called LAPD. The phone lines are closed. Seems like...
Well, I wonder why. Because the fucking city is burning down and probably people are out there screaming, I need help.
Like someone knows that they're doing something fucked up and they don't want to be called the fuck out on.
See, this is what I call about a caterpillar Karen. See, she going and pulling this Karen shit, but she's only in her 20s now. By the time that she's 45, you can imagine like that her kid's middle school is going to...
If she ever gets a family. I mean, there are some men, I guess, desperate enough to be with a woman like this, but, I mean, I feel sorry for that dude.
Know her on a first name basis. Like, she is going to be the terror of that school. She's going to be part of the PTA, trying to get them to change the fucking food. Like, this is going to be, oh my God. Can you imagine that? That's terrifying.
Yep.
Whenever she evolves into a butterfly.
Karen Fly.
Please call call LAPD, call your congressman, call your secretary of Homeland Security, call everybody. Let them know that this shit's not fucking cool.
Yeah.
And to all the LA lapdogs out here, for breaking up fucking families and fucking schoolhouses, bro. I can't wait till they come for your ass.
Why would they come for me? That doesn't make any sense.
Why would they come for LAPD? I mean, they're not illegal aliens.
Yeah, exactly. I had the exact same thought.
I don't even understand it. Like, like, you know what? I think that a lot of this is, legitimately people that don't know that they're going after illegal aliens. Because they've said it.
Oh, I think they know. I think they're just, you know, I can't explain it. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to act like this. Maybe they feel like it gives them the chance to, like, to go wild and, you know, break shit and, you know, like, harness that inner evil and bring it out. I mean, it's possible that's why they do it. I mean, they just look for any excuse. And also, you know, they want to go against Trump because, you know, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand, you know, like, the hatred for Trump. Like, where the fuck did this come from? I mean, you know, if you look back in, like, the 90s or, you know, hell, even before Trump was elected, you know, like, people had no problems with this man. But then all of a sudden, you know, it's like he became president and then, I don't know. I have no fucking idea why they start hating him. I really don't.
It's so much, and they've intentionally obfuscated so much that I bet some people are actually confused, and they legitimately think that they're actually rounding up all of the brown people or all of the fucking immigrants, and they're just getting rid of them.
No.
Straight up, because that's what they keep saying. Like, I mean, there's got to be some people that are dumb enough to not read anything.
I mean, there might be a couple, but no. I think it's what I said.
About it. So, yeah, they gaslight themselves. They sure do. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. That's the point of Democrat tactics? I guess so, but it's just, it's sad, man. It really is. And then, oh my God, bro.
Fuck off! You fucking Nazis!
I am so tired of people throwing that word around. It literally just, my brain feels like it goes numb when I hear people talking like that.
How does it not have...
Oh, is this strong woman actually, you know, like, I'm not being, like, you know, sarcastic or anything, but is she defending the police? Because, I mean, if so, I applaud her.
Carrying on is just making it worse.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, so let's be Neville Chamberlain from Britain, who literally is like, hey, let's not tell the Nazis not to do it.
I mean, I never thought I would see the day that, like, basically, you know, like, I mean, this sounds wrong, but, I mean, well, honestly, like, this is like a whole new version of racism right here. It's inverted somehow. Like, it's almost like it's like you're somehow, like, I don't know, like you're saying that, like, oh, I want to stand up for people, but there's a black woman right here, and you're like, you know, oh, you know, you're wrong and all this other bullshit, and you know, I don't know. I just feel like that he's attacking her, and she's over here talking, you know, straight sense to this kid.
Because then we're making it worse if we tell the Nazis not to.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I do feel like, you know, this is almost like a new form of, like, racism and evil. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just how I feel, I guess. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
How you're going
about it.
I get to tell them that they should.
This guy thinks that he's fighting against the Nazis.
I mean, when you think about, like, World War II and the real fight against the Nazis with people dying and stuff like that, yeah, that's real heroism. This is like that guy over there. That's just being an idiot.
He actually thinks that. Oh my God.
Resign, and they suck. Fuck you. Resign from your jobs. All of you. All of you resign.
Why don't you go get a job? I mean, it's the middle of the day. You just have time to come out here with your little buddy and make YouTube videos, I guess.
Well, everybody should just quit their job.
I know, right? Just,
Okay, great idea.
Let's let anarchy reign.
Look how red he is.
I have friends who also here. I have friends who may have been taken away.
Good for you, sister. Good for you.
Yes.
I'm terrified for them and their children.
But I'm terrified for you. Because
Fuck that! I don't have children.
If you act out.
Oh my God, he looks like he's about to break down into tears.
I don't have children.
What would you do if you didn't have breakfast this morning? But I did have breakfast. Yeah, but what would you do if you didn't? Yeah, but I did.
That's fun.
I'll go to jail. I don't fucking care.
You'll go to jail for this and you don't care? I mean, that goes to show you have your priorities in order.
And I also have to say...
Oh, tattoo?
My rule works pretty well.
Bro, look at his eyes.
Is it? Wait, what is this?
I
have a cat. That's funny.
I love my cat. I have a cat.
Oh my God.
Lunatic.
That is so dumb. I have a cat, alright? It's the same as a child.
Oh no, look at this guy. We need to, dude, this is the problem, is that lunatic in LA screams and curses at law enforcement officer because they're protecting a city ruined by rioters. The dude has a total mental collapse and ends up crying and talking about his cat.
I know,
Give
right?
police raises and reopen the asylums.
They do.
By the way, look at how red he gets in just 1 minute.
I mean, can you imagine, like, if, I don't know, this was, like, a few years back or something, like, during the George Floyd thing, and this white guy was out here screaming at a black woman? I mean, this dude would be, he'd probably be in jail right now.
In 1 minute. Oh my God. This is insane.
By the way, I'm not saying I defend George Floyd. I don't defend any of that. I think he was in the wrong.
Yeah, it's fucking plastered. I know, this guy's absolutely out of his fucking mind. And so, yeah, he's closing the asylums is the biggest mistake we ever made. I know it is. It is a massive fucking mistake. The cats...
Do we not have insane asylums anymore? Because if so, I mean, sure. Well, we gotta have mental hospitals and stuff. Surely we do.
Gonna get deported? Yeah, we're gonna figure out whether that's a legal cat or not. It's gonna get deported. But yes, this is the.
That was funny. I didn't catch that. Like a legal cat.
This is the way that a lot of them think. It's the you're fighting against actual Nazis.
Go woke, go bro, or top of the charts. What?
It's insane. Jesus, they're so fucking they're so brain fucked. They are. And what I think is so ridiculous about this is that, does anybody think about what the level of disrespect it is to the people that were oppressed by the Nazi regime? That these people, these like weird, hyper-privileged, upper middle class liberals, like these like weird, crusty retards, are going around acting like they're being oppressed by Nazis? I mean, isn't it kind of like devaluing what that was?
Yeah, it is. I never really thought about that, but yeah, you're right.
Because I feel like it kind of is. The vaccine shot made them crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, this is.
I didn't get the shot, and I seem like I'm doing fine.
Another group too. Look at this. This is really great.
Oh my god, you know he's crazy. How old is this guy? Like, if you were to guess how old he is, like, his hair says I'm 18, his face says I'm 40, his hands say I'm 60.
So this is, again, one of the main things that these people love to do is they're standing in the road. They're preventing this woman from going to work. And
it's crazy. They keep attacking black women. I've seen, like, multiple videos of these people attacking black women.
They're explaining to her why it's actually a good thing that they're preventing her to go to work.
But you can if you could just move out the way. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing?
Yeah, that's not peaceful.
No, it's not. How do y'all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work.
Bro, she has to work to probably feed her family or to survive. It's not fucking funny.
Not work. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Some people do have to go to work.
I know. Unlike you probably fucking live in a tent out there somewhere.
Isn't that crazy? Wow. Yeah, not work. Yeah, imagine that.
I care so much. So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work? Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problem. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
Get in his face.
It's actually so funny because, like,
I wish she would just fucking deck her. Just, be like, alright, I'm about to go street on your ass.
These are this is like, you could not have made a more stereotypical video.
Normally, like, I don't like to see, black people, like, get crazy and stuff, but I want her to bring out her inner blackness and just mop the floor with these two. I want her dragging this woman by her hair and just beating the absolute fuck out of this guy.
Video than this. This is exactly... This is perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect. What an annoying, obnoxious person. They sent out a message to all of the stolen iPhones.
What?
Because you had a bunch of retards that went in and they broke in and stole the iPhones.
Yeah.
iPhones stolen from an LA Apple store last night triggered an alarm urging the looters to return them. Please return to the Apple Tower Theater. This device has been disabled and is being tracked.
Let's see. Please return. Let's see. Please return to Apple Tower Theater, which I've never heard of. This device has been disabled and you are being tracked. Local authorities will be alerted. Good. Track these fuckers down.
Oh, wait, what?
I would love it if, like, while they're filming this, like, just swarms of cops just came in and, tackled the guy who stole these phones.
Well, they can't. How the fuck? Wait.
Oh, there's the police.
They could do that? Wait, what do you mean?
Hopefully the guy recording right here is, like, the guy that stole the phones and they caught him.
Yeah. There they are.
Yeah.
We got them, guys.
The boys in blue. Or black. Whatever. Yeah, get those phones up. Take them back. There you go. Get them zip ties out and start using them.
All right. Yep, we got them.
Oh, that's the Apple Tower Theater. Never heard of it.
Fucking embarrassing. One of the ways that you can avoid this happening.
We need, like, fucking just, for the cops to go, like, nuts on these people. Like, I'm talking get your riot stick out, break their teeth, like, ruin these people's lives. I'm talking broken bones, I am just sick of all this, looting and, just acting a fool.
happening is that you have to bring in a Faraday cage. An easy way to do that is to have a microwave. And so if you're going to steal something like this, you have to put the devices inside of a microwave.
Don't tell them that. Then they'll do it.
Microwave, because the way that a microwave contains, like basically it makes sure that the microwaves stay inside of there, also stops anything else from getting in or any signals and services from getting in. So if you want to steal these things and not have that happen, you have to put them in a microwave. Like, that's a very, very simple, easy way to do this that everybody has access to. And it's just how I do it. Yeah, exactly. Right. And so, like, these people, and now, I don't know if that still works nowadays, right? But it used to work. And aluminum foil does not work. It does not work. And at least 30 seconds. Yes, exactly. So this is embarrassing. Like, these people don't even know how it works. They don't even know how it works. It's stupid. They so dumb, bro. Like, wow. Why do you do this? I'm just saying how it is. They think you mean turning on the microwave? No, it doesn't. No.
If you put your phone in the microwave and turn it on, it's gonna fucking just fry it.
The microwave, so basically...
He's talking about the shell.
The outside of the microwave, the way that it's built, is built to obstruct frequencies and obstruct signals. So that's why you don't get microwaved whenever you're in front of a microwave. So, and you ever have, like, your mom tell you don't stand in front of the microwave? That's because the door could have some different, it could not be completely sealed. And so that's the reason why. It's Faraday cage. Yeah, you look this up. It's super simple.
Never really thought about standing in front of the microwave.
They dumb as fuck. They didn't even bring that. Like, I feel like anybody will, like, I knew that by the time I was 18.
I mean, come on, guys. Y'all need to get out there and start busting ass. There's no more crime here. Move on to the parts where the kids are looting and shit. Let's go.
Like, this is obvious.
I was gonna say, I mean, if I lived out there, I need to do that. Like, I mean, I don't know if I can with my back, because I broke it, 10 years, well, it was about 15 years ago now. But, I mean, I don't know if I could technically qualify to be a police officer, but it is something I would want to do.
Does it block GPS signal? Yeah. If you have a good one, it does. That's the whole point. Once you take the phone out, connect to the internet? Well, yeah, but you can at least relocate it so they can't track you in real time. So that's the reason why. And it's funnier if you don't tell them that part, though. Yeah, it's embarrassing. You can't keep it in the microwave forever. Dumbass idea. No, it's not about keeping it in the microwave forever. It's about them being able to track your real-time location as you're relocating it to another location. Because, like, as soon as because they're probably not going to have, like, instantaneous, like, listen, this is not how to do it, all right? It's not how to do it. They're stupid for doing it this way. They're dumb. This is what you get. And here come the cops. There they are. You're dumb. You fucking idiot, right? That's it. Doesn't matter once it's bricked. You can still get, yep, there it is. Oh, wow. Hey, look at that. Hi, guys. Where'd these come from? Oh, I bet probably from across the street.
I know, right? I was about to say, they're across the street.
And so they did a major announcement.
And
Mark
you're sitting here.
If you hang on, let's listen in on Gavin Newsom.
Fuck all you people over there.
And then I'll give you a chance to respond first.
What the?
California governor.
I don't think we have any volume.
Did they lose audio?
All right. I guess we have no. Is that on their end or is it on our end? I'm asking. If that's on their end, apparently a live feed.
It wouldn't surprise me if someone looted something. They looted the fucking microphone.
He's having a little bit of difficulty.
It's the smartest thing he's ever said.
Markway Mullen, if you have time for podcasts and MSDNC and to fight me on X and you on X, I think you're kind of missing the point. Or if you put handcuffs on police.
He absolutely is, Sean, but this is part of the best thing that could happen to him. He's having audio difficulties.
Worse than random
But it shows how bad the state's being ran, too, right?
Yeah, they can't figure shit out, man.
He's having a little bit of difficulty, Markway Mullen. If you have time for podcasts.
Oh, God. I don't even know what to say, but it's sad. And let's see if I can find it. Mic was stolen? Yeah, the mic got stolen. There it is.
I know Gavin Newsom. I actually happen to like him as a person. The reality is he's not going to like what I have to say on this, which is that his behavior is starting to resemble that of another Democratic governor from U.S. history by the name of George Wallace, who was the governor of Alabama, who famously stood in the way of federal desegregation. And in 1963, President John F. Kennedy had to deploy the National Guard of Alabama, just like President Trump is doing today. And I know
That dude's got some really white veneers.
that's counterintuitive to some people, but the parallels are actually pretty striking if you think about it.
The fuck is going on? I was gonna say, it looked like someone was throwing maybe a Molotov cocktail or something.
When you look at George Wallace, he resisted desegregation. Gavin Newsom,
I guess maybe they're chasing down this person with the American flag or something.
Is resisting deportations. George Wallace wanted
Oh no, it's upside down, and they're probably gonna burn it. That's probably what it is.
segregated cities. Gavin Newsom wants sanctuary cities. George Wallace stood in the school door blocking the way. Gavin Newsom.
I know people don't like Vivek because of like his stance on immigration. Listen, guys, you got sometimes whenever you roll the dice, you got to take a 16. It might not be a 20, it might not be a nat 20, but you got to roll with that 16. You got to roll with that 14. But he's mostly on your side.
Newsom is blocking the ICE vans. It's the same Democrat governor playbook. You dodge the feds, you rally the radicals, and most importantly of all, you do it in front of the cameras. Because what they were both doing is really carving their Democratic primary path for their presidential ambitions. And Jesse, you can mark my words on this one. Gavin Newsom's presidential ambitions are going to end in the same place that George Wallace's did, in the dustbins of history where it belongs. That's just the truth.
Okay. I was gonna say someone was calling
You're
me.
just talking mad shit, bro. God damn. Oh my God.
Let me back it up. I missed some stuff.
You dodge the feds, you rally the radicals, and most importantly of all, you do it in front of the cameras. Because what they were both doing is really carving their Democratic primary path for their presidential ambitions. And Jesse, you can mark my words on this one. Gavin Newsom's presidential ambitions are going to end in the same place that George Wallace's did, in the dustbins of history where it belongs. That's just the truth.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
He just talking mad shit, bro. God damn. Oh my God, bro. You going in the garbage. Well, absolutely got fucking cooked. Wow. And Gavin to be a clown, yeah, that was bad. And they got dustbin, yeah, I think so. And on an individual level, you seem to cover them like that one time at the gas station. Well, what do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean. But anyway, let's go back. I see this here. And true, though? Yeah, it is true. It absolutely is. Let's see how I go and find any more of these, because there's a bunch of these other things that have been going on. And, yeah, here it is again. They got a bunch of them.
Immigrants who were detained here in Southern California over the weekend have already been deported. Mexico.
Already?
Good.
God damn. That's fast.
Foreign minister says 4 immigrants who were detained.
Drag his ass.
Fucking lazy ass.
Get out of here.
Man, I would fucking hate being a cop. You gotta drag these fuckers around.
That's funny.
You gotta drag them. Oh my.
4 immigrants who were detained.
It'd be funny if his legs were broken and that's why they had to drag him.
In Friday's ICE raid in LA's Fashion District, arrived in Mexico less than 48 hours later. Some advocates call the speed of their deportation, quote, unusual.
Get out of here,
Homeland Security has
illegals.
not said how many immigrants they have detained in the raid.
They should be taking the fucking, like all these women that are fucking, defending these people. Like, take the women with them. Let them go over there and, support them.
So far, but says at least 16 people who were captured had extensive criminal history. Immigrant advocacy groups say more than 200 people who were detained did not have criminal records.
Right.
I've watched Molotov cocktails and fireworks shot mortars being launched out of tubes at our officers. They're encountering routinely M-type fireworks and commercial grade fireworks, which in the state of California are considered explosives, and they can kill.
Yeah,
that's right.
Our officers should never have to face targeted violence while standing on a line to protect others.
People getting mad about me for saying this.
I want to thank the district attorney.
Well, they shouldn't. I mean, it's the truth, and this shit needs to stop.
for pursuing felony charges in these cases. It sends a strong and important message. If you assault a peace officer in this city or this county, you will be held accountable.
Good.
Additionally, I'm also pleased that there are charges related to looting and vandalism, crimes that took advantage of the unrest to target businesses and city.
Who the fuck is Luna? Luna looks dirty. Guess maybe that guy.
Property. In one case, a retail store was burglarized.
There's
and
2 people
tens
lost
of
fingers
thousands
because
of
those
dollars in
fireworks.
merchandise were stolen.
Hopefully the people
and another
lighting them.
graffiti was sprayed onto a historic public building while an accomplice stood watch. These crimes don't advance any cause or further any message.
That's right.
What they do is harm to our communities, our small businesses, and our civic institutions.
Thank God.
The LAPD will continue to investigate all incidents thoroughly and work with our partners in the DA's office to bring every offender to justice. We remain committed to protecting First Amendment rights, restoring peace, and holding criminals accountable. I want to thank our officers, our partners in this community for their resilience and cooperation throughout this event. Thank you.
Wow.
And before we start with questions, I also want to thank the 2 members of my office that have worked around the clock to bring these charges.
Well, it looks like they go into it looks like they go into jail. Thank God. And that's see, the thing is, they got to talk about the convictions though. That's the thing is because like if you get this charge, but like it gets dismissed or dropped or some bullshit, like you got to be like, hey guys, by the way, this dude that fucked around is in jail for 5 years now. Like that's what needs to happen, or he's in El Salvador, right?
Oh, alright. Oh, shit. I'm dropping stuff and messing everything up. Alright, well, that's the end of the video. I just wanted to react to that and, share my thoughts and stuff. Let's see.
These ICE protests over in Los Angeles and what the Trump administration is now doing to try to tackle that entire situation. I want to take a look at some of this footage over in that area, some aerial footage courtesy of our partners there at Fox 11 in Los Angeles. Take a look at this. President Trump deploying 2,000 California National Guard troops to LA over the objections of Governor Gavin Newsom after a second day of clashes between hundreds of protesters and federal immigration authorities in riot gear. Confrontations broke out on Saturday near Home Depot in the heavily Latino city of Paramount, which is just south of Los Angeles. That's where federal agents were staging at a Department of Homeland Security office nearby. Now, agents unleashed tear gas, flashbang explosives, and pepper balls, and protesters in turn hurled rocks and cement at Border Patrol vehicles. We want to continue this discussion even further by bringing...
I mean, I'm sorry, but if you think it's okay to do this shit, you got something wrong with you. I mean, just because some illegal Mexicans or whoever, not just Mexicans, but fucking anyone who comes into the country illegally, and then they get deported, you shouldn't be out here rioting and fucking burning shit and stealing, that doesn't help the illegals. It just, what do you call it? It benefits you. You just want to steal and act like an animal.
Moving on to the program now, national security analyst, retired Marines intelligence officer, Hal Kemper. Hal, good to see you.
Good to see you, Carell.
All right, let's start with the basics. Hal.
Clear. There was some language that was put out about quelling the riots or quelling the protests
Jesus
or doing
Christ.
something like that. That would be the president invoking the Insurrection Act. That is basically saying that state and local authorities have lost control of the situation, and the only way they can gain control, protect the public, is to declare the Insurrection Act, and he could do that. He has not done that. But what could they do short of that? Well, they historically speaking, they can do a lot. They were used in the 92 riots in Los Angeles. Federalized National Guard and the Marines. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, has talked about possibly bringing up the Marines from Camp Pendleton, just south of Los Angeles.
Do it already. I mean, get this shit taken care of.
Personnel on board can actually act as a security force, if you will, for the Coast Guardsmen. So you have a couple of Coast Guardsmen on board a ship and a dozen heavily armed sailors behind them, and they do an enforcement.
From California Governor Gavin Newsom, to take it here in National Guard and deploy 2,000 soldiers. That move is purposefully inflammatory and will only escalate tensions. LA authorities are able to access law enforcement assistance at a moment's notice. We are in close coordination.
What? Hold on, what? The federal government is moving to take over the California National Guard and soldiers. That move is purposely inflammatory and will only escalate tensions? No. You just want to let these fucking people, I mean, and you're the governor. Why aren't you fucking doing something about this? It's almost like you want this shit to happen.
Coordination with the city and county, and there is currently no unmet need. The Guard has been admirably serving LA throughout recovery.
Well, that's about enough of this bullshit I can handle. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said, I had to, say something about all this shit. It's driving me nuts, and as soon as I saw that video of those women, acting a fool, I was like, all right, I got to start recording, and I, like I said, get my voice out there. But yeah, I'm hoping. Well, I don't know. Who am I kidding? This shit will eventually come to an end, but all these women, they're just gonna still be stupid and blame Trump for shit that he has no control over, and they act like he's gonna become Hitler or some shit, but no, it's not gonna happen. And I wrote this on some guy's channel. I was like, in about 4 or 5 years' time, people are gonna forget all about this Trump stuff when he's no longer president, and y'all probably look back and probably think, wow, we were idiots, thinking that he was gonna take over America. Wow. Anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll catch you later. Peace.